Samsung's Note series is one that I'm extremely fond of. Personally, I love the S Pen. Professionally, the OG Galaxy Note helped launch C4 Retech. Hell, I even did my Drama Live video on a Note 4. So I was looking into rumors about the next Note and I thought, well, let me shoot a video and here we are. 10 things to expect on the next Galaxy Note. Hey guys, this is Ash here from C4 Retech and let's get started. Let's start with the reason I've been calling it the next Galaxy Note. Well, the name, it's not confirmed. Logically, it's supposed to be the Galaxy Note 6, but there are rumors about Samsung wanting to rename it the Galaxy Note 7. Why? The original Galaxy Note launched after the S2, meaning the S series is a year older. But Samsung probably feels a not too informed user might buy a S7 over a Note 6 because he feels S7, Note 6, number 7's bigger, so it's probably newer. Now, why was this not an issue in the past? Well, that's because the S devices have traditionally had smaller displays, but with the S7 Edge opting for a 5.5-inch display, there might be a demographic overlap here and Samsung wants to avoid that. Talking about displays, we get to number 2. The resolution shouldn't change, 1440p Quad HD. Samsung has indicated in the past that 4K displays on their phones aren't to be expected till 2017. So Quad HD Super AMOLED, but, there's a but, of course. Samsung might be looking at a curved display, maybe by default, and that's perhaps why they moved to the larger Edge to release alongside the S7. Makes sense because I'm pretty sure Europe would riot if Samsung again decided to not sell the Note there. And maybe, just maybe, that's why we are seeing rumors of a 5.77 or 5.8-inch display here. Samsung has stuck to the 5.7-inch display size for 3 generations now, and the reception's being largely positive. So I guess that's why the extra size. Anyway, moving on, the build should be close to what we've seen with the S7 and S7 Edge because the Note series traditionally has taken design cues from the S series. So don't expect any drastic changes, glass to the front and back. Expect the S Pen to return, of course, and water and dust resistance should also find their way over to the Note series. One of the weirder rumors involves the S Pen doubling as a stand. Now, I really don't see this working out, but hey, it's a rumor and it makes the list. The reason why Samsung decided to go with micro USB for the Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge was mainly due to Type-C breaking compatibility with Gear VR. Now, with most brands adopting Type-C and even budget releases, it's going to be very hard for Samsung to not switch and to continue sticking with micro USB, and rumors indicate just that. As far as storage goes, Samsung's supposed to be working on a 256 gig variant. Given that Samsung's existing 128 or even 64 gig variants haven't been widely available, at least not here in India, I'm not really interested in this. If you are, let me know in the comments below. What I am interested in though is the fact that microSD would be making a return. Samsung seems to have heard the noise we made with the S6 and the Note 5 and have brought them back with the S7 and S7 Edge, microSD that is, and I don't see any reason why Samsung would do a 180 again. Talking about internals, Samsung flagships barring very few like the Galaxy S5 which came with 2 gigs of RAM at a time where most other flagships had 3, including Samsung's older Note 3. Samsung's flagships generally sport top-of-the-line internals. So we expect the same and the rumors indicated too. 2 variants, Snapdragon 823, a higher clock Snapdragon 820, and the Exynos 8880, the same chip from the Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge. I don't really see Samsung tinkering with the Exynos chip because even as of today, it manages to beat the 820s. All implementations of the 820s in benchmarks and day-to-day performance. Check out our speed tests. We've done quite a few. So anyway, 823, Snapdragon 823, Exynos 8890, and 6 gigs of RAM. Why 6 gigs? It's just June and we are already seeing Chinese players coming out with 6 gigs of RAM on their flagships, and I just cannot picture a scenario where Samsung's flagship that comes out a few months after the Chinese flagships comes with lower specs than what the Chinese have had to offer. That brings us to number 7, battery. With the Galaxy S7 receiving a considerable bump in battery capacity and Samsung managing to fit a freaking 5000 mAh battery into a 7.5mm thick A9 Pro, It's hard to ignore rumors pointing to a 4000 to 4200 milliamp hour battery in the next Galaxy Note, and this is something I'm looking forward to because the Galaxy Note 5, the battery worked out quite well for me, and if they're gonna increase it by 30-35%, that's welcome, of course. So, with that, we get to cameras. Samsung generally doesn't like messing around with the camera configuration between the S and the Note series, but we have heard rumors about Samsung improving the optical image stabilization, something called Super OIS, and I really hope this turns out to be true because for video, the S7 is the best camera around. Take it from a guy who shoots videos for a living. Samsung's the only manufacturer providing manual controls for video, and I shoot a ton of my outdoor B-rolls with the S7 or the S7 Edge. I can't wait to see how Samsung improves on those already excellent cameras. Number 9, software. If there's a new flavor of Android that's going to be available around the time of launch, hold it back for every other device, launch it with your flagship. That's been Samsung's mantra when it comes to Android versions and updates. And given that Android N is around the corner, I expect the next Note to launch with Android N on board by default out of the box. The current features from the S series like the always-on display and the manual video camera, well, I expect them to make their way over to the Note 7 as well. And with that, we get to pricing and availability. Going by past history, Samsung should launch the next Note in the first week of September at IFA, though we have been hearing rumors of an earlier launch in August. Anyway, the phones themselves should go on sale by the end of September, early October, either way. The pricing should be similar to that of the Note 5 or a little higher around the S6 Edge Plus's price if they decide to go with a curved display. The S6 Edge Plus was priced similarly in a lot of markets, but in a place like India, it was priced much higher than the Note 5. Anyway, of course, there are a ton of other rumors, including a docking station that converts your Note into a laptop, an iris scanner, something we've been hearing since the Galaxy S4, pressure sensitivity, kind of like 3D Touch from Apple, amongst others. But I decided to pick the 10 that I felt had the best odds of turning out to be true. Is there any other major rumor that you feel I missed? Let me know in the comments below. So I guess that's it for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, vote it down if you didn't, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you do have any constructive criticism for me, head on over to the comments below. Or if you just want to say anything, you could still comment. You don't have to criticize to comment. Anyway, if you do want to help the channel out, consider changing your Flipkart and Amazon bookmarks to ones with affiliate ID. And that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, this is Ash here from C4E Tech signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye now.